We going?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Marnie, fourth year LPN student.
And I'm Brianna, fourth semester LPN student as well.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, also a fourth semester LPN student.
Yo, I'm Donna and I'm a future nurse.
And today we're going to be talking to you about nursing and the professional appearance throughout the ages, focusing more on today. So since nursing first became a recognized profession, the image of those within the practice has greatly changed. Not only have our uniforms changed throughout the periods depending on the particular roles of the nurses during that time, but so has changed the expectations of the public. Today we have formal education and standards to uphold prior to even being able to be a nurse, which didn't used to exist back when Nightingale was a nurse. It is these standards and education that have turned nursing into such a respected career, and it is up to us and all future nurses to uphold this newfound image by remaining competent in our skills and presenting ourselves professionally.
Nursing. The word nursing comes from the ancient Latin word nutriticus. Oh, nutriticus, which means nourishing.
So standards of practice, standard 1.0, professional, ethical, and legal practice. An LPN is responsible to provide safe, competent, and ethical care and is legally accountable to the client, the employer, and the profession. So maintaining your professional appearance helps to instill a sense of security and confidence in your clients.
So let's go back. 1860, we got Florence Nightingale, and she turned nursing into an honorable profession. And this was represented through their what's this saying?
Utilitarian.
Utilitarian uniforms. And their uniforms consist of stiff white pinafore over a long dress and caps with frills. And anyway, so their uniforms were based around the idea of looking professional and offered minimal functionality. And this helped reinforce the honorability of nursing as a career.
And they were very uncomfortable.
Yeah, there they are.
Hang on.
Oh, you're not supposed to.
Just give me a second.
Turn that
You
off.
don't mind for just a second. Hi, yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Just a little egg to it and maybe a little bit of salt. Okay, thanks. All right, great. Don't bother me. I'm in the middle of something.
Put it away.
Thanks.
Sorry about that, guys.
There they are. Lame.
So back in the early 1900s, which this is during World War I, the nurses had to, due to the demands of World War I, it was necessary to have uniforms that could be easily washed and mass-produced. The uniforms were a bleak gray cotton, and it was necessary that the nurses wore a red cross arm band at all times. The uniforms were more practical at this time, and they had the option to wear a shoulder-covering cape. In the operating room, long, unromantic aprons were worn, making it easier to tend to multiple patients.
Nice.
That's what they look like.
The mid-1900s, uniforms became even more practical. The hem was raised to mid-calf and the dresses were not as bulky. It was required that the hem was 10 inches off the ground, so they were short skirts.
Nice.
Nurses began to show their rank through the color of their buckles. U.S. Navy nurses had both indoor and outdoor uniforms. The outdoor uniforms consisted of a coat and tie for the top and a skirt for the bottom. They had the choice between the blue and white along with matching shoes. For rainy days, nurses had raincoats and a storm cap, which were worn over their outdoor duty uniforms. For cold days, they had blue knitted warm-up jackets. World War II nurses who were out in the field wore short sleeve shirts due to the clothing material shortage, along with multi-pocketed pants, which provided to be more practical. They often wore first aid kits which hung at the back of their waist, proving that they were always ready.
So that's what they would look like. And those were the nurses in the field that would have to wear the Red Cross armbands. So in 1960 to 1980 was the Romantic era. The necklines were Peter Pan styled and their dresses were fitted at the waist. Tights replaced stockings, and it was very uncommon to see males working as a nurse. Capes were paper and disposable strings indicating the number of years a nurse had been a student or training. A national standard was developed requiring the uniforms to be white and blue checkered.
So the 1980s were the end of the golden age. So disposable aprons replaced the cloth ones, and caps and capes eventually faded out. So nurses are now able to wear makeup, jewelry, accessories, and the dresses at the time were much more practical and comfortable. Thank goodness.
So now into the 1990s, nursing dresses were replaced by scrub suits, much like what we're wearing today. Scrub suits are preferred because they are much more user-friendly and come in a wide variety of colors and styles, giving nurses the choice to choose the color and style that appeals to them. They are considered to be much more comfortable, yet they are designed more for function than form.
Our experience. A year ago, we were all told to purchase the same light blue scrubs with the Okanagan College logo emblazoned on it. A scrub uniform which would label us as LPN students for the next 18 months. At least that's what we thought. After wearing our scrubs to 3 different clinical experiences and caring for multiple patients, we all soon realized that the scrubs were not what made us nurses, but the confidence that we were able to show through our skills and knowledge had a greater impact on how our patients and healthcare team members saw us as nurses. With positive attitudes, strength in our skills, and knowledge and effective communication, we were able to make a personal image for ourselves as nurses.
So as nurses today, using our standards, we will reinforce our professional appearances by maintaining our mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being while recognizing our own limitations. So by maintaining a healthy mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, our outward appearance will be seen more as relaxed and confident. We will also have the ability to put needed effort into dressing and grooming ourselves professionally. Our uniforms may not be what make us a nurse, nor do they represent our competencies as a nurse. However, it's the first thing that our patients will see and will make judgments accordingly. Therefore, it remains important that we show up to work well-groomed and dressed appropriately for our position.
So CLPN BC Standard 1.1.5 adapts practice and response to changes in client health status, resources available, and the healthcare environment. So infection control has become a large part of nursing today. Therefore, it's important that we show our competency in this area. This can be done by wearing isolation gear or OR scrubs as necessary. And it's also a good idea to come prepared with an additional set of scrubs in case they become soiled.
The next standard is 2.3.3, understands and articulates the role and contributions of the LPN to the health of clients. To uphold this standard, we will introduce ourselves and explain our designation to ensure the clients know who we are and what our role is. It shows our confidence and appreciation for our role. As students, it has helped us to distinguish our roles as nurses during our clinical experiences and allowed our patients to better understand how we would be contributing to their care.
1.1.3 assumes primary responsibility and accountability for remaining current in practice and maintaining own competence and fitness to practice, including investing own time and resources to meet identified learning goals. As nurses today, continuing education is not only a good idea, but it is mandatory. By identifying our own learning gaps, we are able to research and further our knowledge to ensure that we are able to provide the best care for our patients by staying informed about today's best practices. Our learning plan throughout the semesters has taught us the importance of identifying our weaknesses and creating a plan to achieve our goals. This will be a helpful tool throughout our career.
3.2.1 participates in and advocates for discussion about the client's care with other members of the healthcare team, including the client and family. We want our patients and our clients to see us as confident, thoughtful, and competent. The best way to do this is by advocating for our patients when they are unable to, and to include all the team members in our plan when appropriate. This shows that we are able to recognize our team members for their strengths and contributions within the team, and if we we ourselves want to be respected in our position, we must first show for those who we work with and those who we will be caring for.
So 1.1.9 upholds values of the code of ethics for the LPN profession. So the ethic is, we will show dignity, respect, and justice to all our clients, ensuring each patient is treated equally and receives the best care possible. Showing integrity and accountability for our actions according to our standards of practice by accepting and performing skills that are within our personal and professional scope of practice. We will continue to expand our scope through further education.
During our presentation, we have all presented ourselves differently as nurses, much by just our uniforms. So if it was up to you, what kind of nurse would you rather have taking care of your family? Thank you.